Hello, my name is Mika Jude. This presentation is an overview of methods created during our curriculum and development course at Athens State University. We were each tasked with creating a curriculum for a specific training course. I chose workforce development, and I chose this topic for training development because I believe all businesses can benefit from a successful boost in morale. Completion of this course will allow employers to gain a better understanding of the benefits that accompany good morale. There were 6 parts to the curriculum development. We have process analysis, content standard analysis, task analysis, goals, outcomes, and objectives, content and unit development, and instructional strategies. So to begin, we use our process analysis. For the process analysis, we were charged with figuring out a curriculum model. And for the curriculum model, for this course, I chose Information Studies Curriculum Design Models and Phases. And we were also charged with comparing and contrasting one that maybe we found that wasn't in the book to one that was listed in the book. And so I compared mine to Integrated Systems for Workforce Education Curriculum. And the similarities between the two were that both of them had the core basic knowledge, skills, and attitudes. So the career cluster brought technical and application knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Career major specialized technical and application knowledge, skills, and attitudes. And they're very similar in the fact that they have the same number of groupings. The design seems to target and implement a clear direction and solution for the initial objective. Training or research are all tailored to the selected program within the realm of education, and each curricula can be shared amongst faculty, staff, and other professionals. The second part of the curriculum is the content standard analysis. So for my curriculum, I had 6 standards. The first standard that will be taught focused on the mission, vision, and the core value of what was being taught in workforce development. And then the second standard is about the ethics and the professional norms. The third standard was equality and cultural responsiveness. The fourth standard is curriculum, instruction, and assessment. The fifth standard is the corporate community effort. The fifth standard, support for employees as well. And then for standard 6 was goals and effectiveness. So the third part of the curriculum is task analysis. And basically what task analysis is just a complete overhaul of how to specifically do something. So my task analysis that I chose to complete was how to register for the course. And with that is a step-by-step process of how to access the course information, how to what access tools you need, the student actions that need to be put forth in order to achieve it, what you need to do prior to accessing the information, and you have to complete the complete task analysis in order to register for the course to be able to take the course. The fourth part was the goals, outcomes, and objectives. And basically what that is a grading scale. And we would list the objectives, the level of domain, what it emphasizes. So does it emphasize cognitive development? Does it emphasize psychomotor or cognitive? Is it effective? We would list those levels of domains, list the objectives. Do they understand the vision of those standards? So we list the objectives of those 6 standards, the level of domain, and how well the student grasps those, and then you're graded upon that. So this is a rubric that displays that information. The fifth part of the curriculum is the content and unit development. And so what this does is it creates a lesson. We create a lesson, and it tells how each lesson, what we learn in each lesson. So for lesson 1, what I would teach is what is workforce morale. And every lesson at that point would focus on what workforce morale was. Lesson 2, same thing. Why is it important? Every module, every lesson, every activity would focus on why is it important. Lesson 3, what are the professional norms? You have to know what is normally done in this profession in order for this, 1, to be important, and 2, for us to realize how we can improve that. Lesson 4, move into improvement. How to improve? Well, if you know the professional norms, then you know what is normally done, and you can correct those normal behaviors. So how to improve that? Look at the professional norms and correct those normal behaviors to improve them. Lesson 5, how to apply those. So you look at what's normal, how to improve it, and then, well, if we want to improve it, we have to find a way to apply it. So how do we apply it? Each lesson would list ways of how to apply those into the work field. And lesson 6, of course, will be actual application. What the employer learned, he or she would take that back to their workplace environment in order to apply those to their workplace environment. The last part of the curriculum was the instructional strategies. And what we learned from instructional strategies is how the instructor would teach. So what types of teaching would the instructor do? Are they just going to be verbal, or is it going to be interactive? How is it going to be evaluated? What do the students have to do in order to perform these tasks? So for my instructional strategy, I chose to do cooperative learning. So it will be very interactive and engaging. Group discussions. So we would have discussions that maybe they take home overnight, contemplate on, come back and review, and everybody gives an opinion on, those who volunteer to answer in the group discussion. Or maybe it could be a digital group discussion like that we do with the course online, where we answer a prompted question, and then we're required to answer and reply to our fellow classmates. Independent study, of course, that would be times that you would study what we've learned, or do research and bring that in so that we can learn new things from one another, to see where the social norms are, and to develop a good course base for it. Journals, writing down thoughts, opinions, what we've learned so far, to review. Role playing, I'm an advocate of that, to be interactive. Sometimes you get more knowledge of how people feel when you actually experience what they feel. Cognitive organizers, service learners, service projects, and of course evaluation. So that would be included in an assessment as well. So these are the things that we've learned, an overview of what we've learned as far as curriculum development. I have greatly learned a lot of information during this course. It was more than what I could have ever imagined, but it gives me a greater understanding of what teachers and administrators do.